Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I filmed for you a full face summer makeup look. Warm pinks are usually something I stick to, be it when I'm very fair at the beginning of summer or I'm very tan by the end of summer heading into fall. I just find the color complements my skin tone very well. I know the trend has been to use just concealer, no foundation, especially with summer here, just to make your skin look more natural, let it breathe more. I definitely have occasions though where I feel like my texture, my hyperpigmentation, my breakouts, and like say a slight burn from the sun, it's way too pronounced on my skin. My skin looks way too discolored and concealer is just not enough to cover it up. I filmed this tutorial just to show you how I achieve a full coverage look, which looks as natural as possible, especially with the summer days ahead of us, and that it lasts a long time and doesn't melt from the heat. So if you want to see how I achieved this look, just stay tuned. To get my face to match a bit more of my body, since my body does tan a lot faster, I've been using the Chemistry brand Glow Oil. It's not an intense tan, but it provides enough of a tan just to help my face skin color blend in with the rest of my body. Just to top off all the skincare and to prep the skin for makeup, I've been using the J1 Jelly Pack. This stuff has been awesome. What I've been liking about this product is that it is skincare. It kind of is a topper for all your products, and it also creates a really good base for any makeup that you put on, and it helps it last for the whole day. So make sure you pat everything down just so it's not too sticky on the skin. For foundation, I'm just going to go in with one layer with the Same Cosmetics Liquid Foundation in Angel Wings. This is for light to medium skin tones with a yellow undertone. I find this to be one of the few light to medium foundations that actually goes to the warmer spectrum. What I'm doing first is just patting the foundation into my skin just to get it to cover the entire face. And I'm going to go in with a beauty sponge afterwards to get rid of any harsh lines. And just to make sure it all blends in together really well. Okay, so here's one side and then here's the other waiting to be blended out. As you can see, it matches down to my neck pretty well. It looks natural still, and this is just from one layer. Hence why I have been liking it. And the reason I'm patting it in with my fingers is when I got color matched with this foundation, that's what I noticed the makeup artist doing to set this onto my skin. And the finish was really good, but for me, I think I just take comfort with using a beauty sponge at the end to finish it all off, just to make sure it looks more like my skin and not like I'm wearing any foundation. This is actually not a beauty blender. It is the Saint Cosmetics Glamour Sponge. It's obviously very identical in shape. It's also latex free, but it's cheaper. It's like $15 as opposed to the beauty blender, which is like $28. Okay, so now I'm just gonna make sure all the harsh lines are gone and everything's blended well. For concealer, I'm going into my R Miss Beauty Uncover Up Concealer in 33. I'm running out of this concealer and I already bought another one just because I really like how well it matches my skin tone all year round, and it's just a good go-to concealer for natural coverage. And I find it covers any acne marks or hyperpigmentation marks I have pretty well. Not 100%, it's a bit hard to get this to cover 100%, but for me it's just enough so my skin looks natural, and it blends in pretty well with whatever complexion product you use on your entire face. So I'm gonna leave the face for now and let it set a bit. I'm just gonna go into my eyebrows. First we're gonna brush it out just to make sure it's not messy. And I'm going in with my Sun & Park eyebrow pencil in Ash Gray. And again, as I've mentioned in the past, I just like how this matches my eyebrow hairs with the best. And if you know how to use it properly, it'll definitely give you a nice natural look to the brows. You just brush it lightly to get rid of any harsh spots in the brows. Alright, that's it for the eyebrows, just quick and simple. I'm just going to quickly curl my lashes before I put anything on my eyelids. For my lids, I'm just going in with the Josie Maran Coconut Watercolor Eyeshadow in Rio de Rose Gold. This is my favorite color to use, especially in the summertime when you just want a nice light wash of color on your lids. So you could either build up the color like that, but what I'm going to do is just put streaks on and blend it out with my fingers just to sheer out the color more and make it not as intense, just a nice light wash. I'm just using the Nudestix Creamy Concealer in Light 3 to touch up any areas where I may have overblended. And I put some around my nose as well to set it up for some very light contouring. And I actually am not doing anything about highlighting per se. I just find it looks more natural if I just use a color that's similar to my skin tone to go underneath my eyes and in the red parts of my face. I'm just gonna go into this brownie pink color right here in the Etude House Quad just to define my crease a little bit. Using my beauty sponge to blend out any harsh lines. For cheeks, I'm using this Tarte Amazonian Clay 12 Hour Blush in the color Supreme. This is from the Holiday Glaze collection or whatever it's called. I got it for Christmas from my sister. And this is just a pretty matte and very intense coral color. So I'm trying to wipe some off on the back of my hand before I go into my face. Just very light dabs. I don't want this color to be too intense. And I'm kind of letting the blush set parts of my foundation too. For bronzer, I'm going into this same Cosmetics on Cloud 9 bronzer. I just like that it's a good warm bronzer that won't look too orange on my face. And with the blush brush, I'm just going over similar areas as the blush, but a bit higher. Just where the sun would hit you, pretty much. Sun kiss, that kind of stuff. Go at the top of my head here. I'm doing very light patting motions. I don't want this to look too crazy. This is just a daytime look for going out. And also I was pretty bored, so I just wanted to do my makeup. I'm going to lightly contour my nose and jaw using the Kevyn Aucoin sculpting powder. Love this stuff. It's just to make my nose look like my nose again and take away the flatness that came from putting on a foundation. For my jaw contour, I'm going to be using the exact same brush and just doing light swirls along the jaw. I learned this technique from this Korean YouTuber called Lamook, and I saw her creating like a really nice natural contour by using a very small brush and lightly going to the areas where you want to contour to make it look more natural than using a big brush and doing strokes. And again, I'm not using a lot, I'm tapping a lot off just to make sure there's no harsh lines. And I'm not going over, I'm going under where a natural shadow is. So I don't look like I have a 5 o'clock shadow. Just blending it out. I'm just gonna lightly blend out this area right here. Even though it looks like an intense blush, it doesn't look chalky on my skin at all. But obviously you just want to blend it out with a sponge just in case. For highlight, I'm using Champagne Pop from Becca Jaclyn Hill collaboration. Just lightly on the inner corners. And I'm going to put it on my cheeks as well. I find this highlight ties in really well with this kind of rose gold type of look I'm trying to do, because this highlighter is not too pink, not too gold, just like a nice in-between. Putting very lightly on my nose. I mean, like, this time of year you don't really need highlight on your nose because you're just gonna get oily anyways, but whatever. I feel like going all out today. Do some mascara. It's the same mascara I always use. I don't use anything different. And that is the Dolly Wink Volumizing Mascara in the blue tube. I'm using the Etude House Zero Sebum Powder to set my T-zone. I'm not really gonna put it on my nose area just because I used a powdered highlight on it, so it's kind of like set pretty much. Fine, maybe a little, just to comfort me. And to set the lips, I'm just going in with Ilia Beauty's lip conditioner in Paradise. It's just a nice light coral color. And to top off the look, I'm just using the Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. Alright, this is the finished look. Thank you so much for watching this makeup tutorial. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel down for more to stay tuned for some more videos, and I'll see you guys soon. Ciao.